this is a quick overview or update on what we're looking for the Euro USD pair, to see exactly where our mind's at and what our potential next trade will look like. So here we have it. As we always do, we're looking to establish our POIs, and we go right to the larger time frame, the higher time frame, to see exactly where that might be. Okay, and remember, POI can be established in various ways. It can be support resistance. It can be using a volume indicator. You can establish your POI using supply zone, using demand zone. You can establish your POI using fib levels. Okay, your points of interest can be established in numerous ways. So whatever suits you best, you pick that method, you master it, and you use it. So in our community, this is what we've been looking at. We've been looking at, on the Euro USD charts, we've been looking at our potential next trade setup. As it says over here, we're looking to catch the weekly lower high, of the bearish continuation. We have a high confluence zone for a short area with a 4-hour supply zone and a 786 level, within that supply range that we may want to look at. So what does that mean? Well, we're going to look at this in a bit more depth, but we're basically looking to catch, this downtrend in a potential retracement up there to the supply zone for more further downward action, or at a higher point there, the 786, for more, higher action. Now, what's to say any of those, are going to be the ones we catch? There's no idea. No one knows. All right, but these are high probability zones. It may just wick down and it may just go, continue going further down. Nobody quite knows. So what we're going to do now is we're going to look at exactly how we got, into that, sort of mind frame, and what made us get into, looking for those trades at that level. So what have we got here? Here we've got, what looks like nothing. It looks like a scribble. But essentially, this is our market structure. But this is our market structure on the monthly. On the monthly, we can see that we're printing higher highs. We may have broken structure there, maybe a wick, who knows. But we're going higher high. We get to the high, and then we retrace. We're still on an uptrend here. We print our first lower high, followed by a lower low. So here the transition happens. The transition takes place right there. We get a break in structure, and then we have our first lower low. Then we go on to print a lower high up there, and we drive it down for a lower low. What do we expect next? We expect a lower high, which is exactly what we get. After that, what do we expect next? We expect a lower low, which is exactly what we get here. All right. After that, what do we expect? We expect a lower high. Well, that's exactly what we're trying to ascertain. Is that lower high going to take place here? Is it going to take place here? Is it going to take place up here? Don't forget, it can come all the way up here, all the way up to that swing high, all right, before it decides what it wants to do. Okay, so we're just trying to catch that next leg down, if that's the play price is going to do. So just to see what that looks like in terms of the candlesticks, that's all it looks like. It's the exact same thing. So what we do next, if we get rid of that again, just to give us a more in-depth idea of what's going on, we zoom into the actual price action, and we can look at this no longer on a monthly, because the month is going to take ages to play out. We're going to look at this on the weekly, okay? But bearing in mind, we're on that leg for that bearish, retracement. We're on that leg, just to see where that retracement lies before the next lower low, okay? So what have we got here? On the weekly, we've got that using our blue color. So what's taking place on a weekly? Well, we can see that on a weekly, we were on an uptrend on a weekly. We had a low, we printed a higher high, a higher low. What next? A higher high. What do we expect? We expect a higher low, maybe around here. But that's not what we got, is it? Instead, we got a breaking structure, and that came all the way down. After a breaking structure, what do we expect? we expect a retracement to continue that downward trend. So that retracement, where is it going to take place? It can take place anywhere within this range, within this supply range. Okay, it can be here, can be here, can be up there, can be up there. Okay, but there seems to be a level of confluence right here at the golden ratio. Okay, well, let's see what we mean by that. Well, the golden ratio, if we pull our fib out, it's at this level here. That's exactly where we see a confluence or potential interest where price is reacting from. Okay, so now we're looking at this level to see whether this is going to be the point where we go further down. All right, so we just show the candlesticks just to give you an idea of exactly what's going on. This is what our market structure looks like. All right, we can see that the reaction's already started. All right, so what do we do after that? Well, that's our weekly. Okay, so again, I'm going to get rid of this candles. We're going to hide the candles. Okay, and I'm going to zoom into where? I'm going to zoom into the 4 hour. Let's see what the 4 hour is doing. Bearing in mind that on the monthly, all right, we're on an uptrend looking for where that retracement is going to happen. We can see on the weekly that retracement may be taking place, at this level, because there is a change in market structure from bullish to bearish over here. Now we'll go into the 4 hour. We'll go into the 4 hour to see what is happening in more depth. Okay, now this looks very, 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 very confusing at the moment. All right, and that's because I've added the breaking structures, as well as the trend. So what I'm going to do is quickly get rid of these lines so it tidies us up for you. Yeah, I'll get rid of these. We don't need that. So you can see what's going on. Okay, that looks better. It's not the best. So I'll get rid of that as well, so we can see exactly what's happening. Well, I think what we were doing there is just measuring the amplitude of these moves to see what's going on. But this hopefully should make more sense. It should be clearer as to what exactly is taking place here in the 4 hour. So on a 4 hour in black, usually we have a 4 hour in red. So we're gonna have a 4 hour in red. Okay, we can see we've got high, 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 low. This is on that leg on the weekly. High, 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 low. High, 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 low. High, 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 low. High, 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 low. Okay, and that's where we are at the moment. So on a 4 hour, that's where we are. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to check that. I'm going to double check that's actually the case. I'm going to pop the candles on there, and we're going to go to the 4 hour, and this is what it looks like. Okay, so on the 4 hour, we've had a little bit more price action. We've made, another high. Okay, but it seems as though on the 4 hour, we have broken structure. We have broken structure on the 4 hour. So what does that mean? Well, that means we could potentially be in for a change in market flow. And surprise, surprise, we broke structure at that fib level, at that, golden ratio level that we were looking at to potentially have an entry. So that's what's taking place on a 4 hour. So on a 4 hour, we may expect something like this to happen. A deep retracement, or not so deep, and then a change in direction, a push up for further push downwards. So this may be what's cooking up on the 4 hour. All right, and this is what I will be looking out for, and this is what we will all be looking out for at the trade journal. All right, and that's why we've got our trade entry looking somewhere around there. And how can we enter that trade? Well, that trade, we can enter that using the lower time frame structure and using market cipher to give us a very, very precise entry criteria. Okay, so that's our 4 hour structure. That's what we're hoping to see on the 4 hour. Well, I think it's a good time to just zoom in. Why don't we zoom in to see what's happening on the 15-minute structure, and to see whether potentially maybe even that trade, we could have caught that trade from up there. Well, let's see. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of this for now. We're going to keep the 4 hour. So what's happening? We had a 4 hour breaking structure. All right, was obviously by yesterday or the day before, it was a potential break up there, but now today that is no longer a potential break. That will be a confirmed break instructor. So it's no longer a P boss, it's become a boss. All right, and we're gonna get rid of this as well. No, it's no longer a P boss, it's a confirmed boss. Okay, so let's see what happens on a 15-minute. Let's just zoom in. Remember, we always follow our traffic light system. So our 15-minute, we've got the red for the full hour. 15 minutes will be done in orange. All right, but we'll sort out the color in a sec. So in terms of our 15-minute structure, well, let's draw it in, starting from this, last leg up. What I'm going to do, get rid of that. On a 15-minute, just to see things clearer. I'm not going to start from all the way down there because we can see it's in a clear uptrend. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start from around here. This is our POI. We can see we went past it slightly and then we came back into it. But let's see whether we may have been able to enter a trade there. We have a high, low. Okay, on a 15-minute, we can see that we have our next. We can see that we go all the way up there, come down, we break structure one more time, upwards. Actually, no, I think we've missed something here. So we go up there. Okay, we break structure there, we come back down, we go up on the 15-minute. All right, and the next time we break structure is next time we break structure, we'll be around here. We retrace up, and we break again here. There we go, and then we continue down. Okay, this is what our 15-minute structure looks like. We're gonna have that as we always do in orange. Okay, that's our 15-minute structure. But in order to get that juicy trade entry, to get that, confirmation that we need, we know this is a potential area of interest. So as soon as price tags this area, we are looking on our 15 minutes, can we get an entry confirmation? All right. But in order to do that, we're going to go on the 5-minute. But where are we going to look? Well, we're watching this area. We're going to look at this region to see exactly what happens as, price tends towards, that level. Or actually breaks that level in this case. In this case, we get a rejection. Well, not quite a rejection, but it pushes up and then comes right back in. So let's see if we can enter. We could have entered a trade on a 5-minute. Well, on a 5-minute, we can see our structure going up. It breaks up there, comes back down, breaks up there again. And to facilitate the 15-minute pullback, on the 5-minute, we can see a clear downtrend there. Okay, that facilitated a pullback. And then we continue again. Potential slight bearish, break in structure. And then immediately we break bullish again. Okay, and I'm gonna draw that in. And then we have a high and low here. We have a high. Okay, and then there we have it. We have, I'm pretty sure, make sure that, yeah, we have a break-in structure there, a retest of supply up here, okay, and then further continuation down there. So we're gonna have that in green. And that's exactly what's happened. Well, that's still quite a tricky trade to get into, but with the aid of the best indicator in the world, Market Cipher, let's see what Market Cipher was telling us at that level. Okay, so we're going to start from the 15-minute. There you go. On the 15-minute, we can see a clear bearish divergence, clear as day. Price goes up, and momentum waves go down, as well as the money flow curving down. Okay, price goes up, momentum and money flow curves down. Okay, get rid of that. All right, well, that's an indication that price has found a potential top and is on the way to reverse downwards. Okay, All right, so that's what we have on the 15 minutes. Well, let's go further down. Let's see what we had on the 5 minute. Well, if we were to use on a 5 minute, well, again, on the actual top, if we were to use our replay tool, on the actual top, this is what we would see. You know, we're expecting a bearish divergence. You know, we let price play out. It's coming up. It's coming up. Okay, so immediately we've got our first, you know, red, you know, top here, and we're looking to see, is this a bearish divergence? Are we going to get a momentum wave that's lower? Oh, yeah, we go. The momentum wave is lower, and our price is higher. So there we have it. On the 5 minute, we also get a bearish divergence. Okay, and that bearish divergence, we can see clearly. I'm going to put that in green. Let's put that in green. Okay, that bearish divergence, we have a divergence on the 15 minute in black and a bearish divergence for the 15 minute in black. Well, why don't we just be consistent and let's put that in orange. Okay, and then we have a bearish divergence on the 5 minute as well in green. All right, so at this point we've noticed the bearish divergence. We know that, you know, this is a very high confluent area. Okay, so we're looking at an entry. Well, we could have, you know, put in our limit order right there. We could have put our limit order right there, and we could have, you know, played it down, and that would have been the actual top. That would have been the actual top of this move. That would have been the top of the move, and that would have been a juicy risk to reward. Okay, and should we see? We'll have a look in a second. But let's say you weren't willing to do that. What you would need to do in that case then, if you didn't want to put that limit order up there, what you would want to do is to see a change in market structure. A change in market structure starting perhaps from the 5 minute, you know, a change in market structure, then enter, you know, after that change in market structure. So let's see if we get a change in market structure. Well, we have this wick here, but this is not quite market structure. I'm sure on the 3 minute, I guess on the 3 minute, it's a change in market structure, but on the 5 minutes, it's not. So we continue to go down. Now we have, I guess our break in market structure on the 5 minute will be right here. So this is what we're waiting for. This is the break we're waiting for. I'm going to make that in green just to show that it's our 5 minute. And we're going to carry on. Okay, let's see if we get a break in market structure. Do we? Boom, there we go. We've got a break in market structure. Now after that break, what are we looking for? After that break, we're looking at involvement at our supply zone. Where is our supply zone? Well, this is our supply zone. It can happen at any level. It can happen here, 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 here. But we're looking at, you know, involvement at our supply zone. And what happens? Well, we need to investigate further. We need to investigate to see what price is doing at this level. Well, the way we can do that, or we need to investigate to see whether there is going to be a turning point at that level. The way we can do that is we can go on the 3 minutes, we can go on the 1 minute, and we can see if there is a bearish divergence. Hey, there we go. Market cipher again shows us that as price goes up, momentum goes down. This is a clear indication, a clear indication that price is about to reverse. Okay, now at that point, that's why I pull out, you know, get my phone out, put the limit order, you know, and watch the trade ride. So you had 2 entries there. You could have gotten in, you know, up there at the top, or you could have waited. We could have gotten in up there, as we just discussed. Was it up there? Let's see exactly where it was. Yeah, we could have gotten in up there, looking at the bearish divergence, you know, or we could have entered a secondary entry, a safer entry here. All right. Now, if we go on to the 10 minute, let's just see exactly how that trade was done. And what I'm going to do now at this point is I'm going to increase this tool. I'm also going to increase this just so we can monitor the trade to see how it would have done. Get rid of that because we don't need that. Oh no, we do need that. Get rid of that. No. Alright, we've got so much stuff going on here. So we'll draw that in again. Come down. Alright, there we have it. There we have it. Obviously our stop loss there would have been around there. Riskier trade because there is no reference up there to put our stop loss. You know, definitely a riskier play, that one. But nonetheless, we have our confirmations, and when we have our confirmation, we can't have hesitation. All right, so there we go. This would have been the trade we got into. Okay, so we can get rid of market cipher for now, and what we're going to look at is we're just going to see how well this trade would have done. Okay, I can also get rid of these drawings because we don't need it right now. Just clear the chart. Okay, so as I play, we can see price continues to come down. Yeah. Continues. It continues. So we can see this in the 12-minute. It continues. Okay. Go to the 30-minute to just give us a bigger idea, and it continues. Okay, so this would have been a very, 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 very profitable trade. Okay, for us, this would have been a very profitable trade for us. All right, and if we look at the risk to reward, we've got 56 risk to reward over there, and we've got 18 risk to reward. So very, very good signal there. All right, but all is not lost. If this downtrend is indeed a downtrend, as we said on the 4 hour, what are we expecting? We've got a breaking structure on the 4 hour. We're looking for potential, retest, a potential, a test back into our supply zone, a mitigation into our supply zone before we have a further move down. Okay, so that's what we're looking for, and we're looking at this level to see, again, with a similar confirmation, bearish divergence, change in market structure on the 15-minute downwards to see exactly where we can enter our next trade. So that's what we're looking at for EURUSD, and let's keep an eye out on the community, and let's see if we can smash the next couple of trades. See you next time.